Hey guys, welcome back to the Jazz Club. Today I'm going to be jumping right into scripture again. I just want to talk through Ecclesiastes and specifically the last couple verses in Ecclesiastes. I think they're really powerful, they're really profound. They can give us kind of meaning and insight into why we're here on earth. And if you haven't read Ecclesiastes already, I would definitely encourage you to. It's in the Old Testament right after Proverbs. It's just a great book, fairly short, only 12 chapters, and I think there's a lot of insight to gain from reading through all of it, and I like how the author finishes it out and rounds it out in such a nice way. So let me just read the last couple verses of Ecclesiastes, and then we'll talk about why that's meaningful and why I feel like it's important. So Ecclesiastes 12, verses 13 and 14 say, "The end of the matter, all has been heard. Fear God and keep his commandments, for this is the whole duty of man. For God will bring every deed into judgment with every secret thing, whether good or evil." So, in the book of Ecclesiastes, the author, who we don't know exactly who it is, likely Solomon, but we don't know that 100% sure, he's talking about trying to find meaning in life, trying to figure out where the meaning comes from and what we can do to find meaning and what things can we find meaning from. And it's powerful because he goes through a ton of stuff and he's like, oh, well then I turn to this and this. I turn to work to try to find meaning. I turn to drinking and partying and all of that stuff to try to find meaning and try to find purpose. And none of it worked. He couldn't find meaning or purpose in any of that. He's like, yeah, work is great. It's great for a person to enjoy their work and to enjoy what they're doing. But ultimately, that's not where our meaning comes from. And Ecclesiastes 4 has just some great verses about toil and fools and it just, I don't know, there's a lot in here in Ecclesiastes. But I think it's important to turn our focus to the end all of Ecclesiastes, what he figures out. Whoever the author is, whatever, he goes through a bunch of stuff. He looks through wisdom and tries to find meaning in wisdom. And he's like, there's not really meaning in that. Wisdom is great, but that's not where we find our lifeblood or whatever you want to call it. So, Ecclesiastes 12, I'm going to just reread through the last couple verses, starting from verse 9, and listen to what it says. I hope it encourages you. I know it's encouraged me so many times. This has to be one of my favorite passages in the Bible. So Ecclesiastes 12, verses 9 through 14. It says, "Besides being wise, the preacher also taught the people knowledge, weighing and studying and arranging many proverbs with great care. The preacher sought to find words of delight, and uprightly he wrote words of truth." And it says the preacher is talking about whoever wrote this book. "The words of the wise are like goads, and like nails firmly fixed are the collected sayings. They are given by one shepherd. My son, beware of anything beyond these. Of making books there is no end, and much study is a weariness of the flesh. The end of the matter, all has been heard. Fear God and keep his commandments, for this is the whole duty of man. To fear God and keep his commandments. For God will bring every deed into judgment with every secret thing, whether good or evil." So, take that with you today. I hope that encourages you. If you have questions about this, let me know. I don't have all the answers, but if you want a conversation about this, by all means, contact me. And yeah, I really like that. The end of the matter, all has been heard. Fear God and keep his commandments. It's especially meaningful because of all that the writer has gone through in the previous 12 chapters of this book. How he goes through all of that trying to search for something, and he realizes that really what we're here on earth for is to fear God and keep his commandments. So I hope you guys are doing great, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.